We're here in the Maples Hotel in Glasnevin in Dublin, and we've just had a very lively, very packed debate on the issue of Brexit. A lot of concerns raised, concerns around prosperity and jobs and people's livelihoods, concern too for the Good Friday Agreement, for the peace accord. So we've had the discussion. People are absolutely resolute that Ireland can't be the collateral damage in this Tory Brexit. We know that we still have a journey to travel. People are looking for now a strong position from Irish politics to protect Irish interests north and south, and certainly in Sinn Féin that's what we're up for. Civilisation.
But why are you against simply leaving and avoiding all the calamity you've described?
Because in leaving...
taking, in other words, abiding by the Sinn Féin policy with regard to the European Union.
No. That's what you see. Cutting and running from the European Union is not the Sinn Féin policy.
But it used to be.
They do. I mean, but it used to be 1972 and it's now 2018. And Vincent, in fairness to you, you may have your views on our policy. Sinn Féin policy is decided by the Sinn Féin membership at the Sinn Féin or that, and the Sinn Féin position is not to cut and run on the European Union.
Has it been put to them?
In fact, to who?
To the Sinn Féin.
No, but we have very detailed policies and we have very detailed positions. And by the way, any member of Sinn Féin is entirely free to bring forward such a motion.
Why don't you bring forward a motion?
Because I don't believe...
Well, tell us why. Because you told us all the calamity is going to happen if there's a hard border. Yes. There's a way of avoiding it. Simply leave, which is in accordance with Sinn Féin is one.
No, but there's another way of avoiding it, and that is, as I have described to you, a keeping the entirety of the island in the single market, in the customs union, and inside the European Union. So here's the choice. Well, no, here's the choice. What Sir Robert will have to say to it. Here's the choice. You can either say that we give up the ghost on the European project and we say, right, the militarisers, the corporate interests have won and we've lost, and you walk away. Or you take the view, which happens to be my view, that actually we stand our ground. And let me say this on Brexit. The one thing that Brexit did demonstrate, and we have been saying this for a long time, is that sense of disenchantment amongst particularly communities that had felt the sharp end of globalisation and who looked at this thing and said, like, that's not speaking to us, we're left out of that. And in this country, through different campaigns, if you raised a peep to say, well, hang on a minute, on any element of European policy, you were accused of being anti-European.
Another reason to leave.
Which was not true. No. That's I'm talking about the quality of debate here in this jurisdiction. In fact, those of us that have been critical now, I believe, have to be listened to. I believe Brexit demonstrates what happens in the extreme if you insist that you can't have a debate, that you can't say, for instance, as a military neutral. I actually believe that position should be expressed in the European treaties. That's what I think needs to happen. That the diversity of positions needs to be reflected. I believe what needs to happen is people who believe in a social Europe and not a race to the bottom, but a lifting to the top. I think that's what needs to feature in the European Treaty.
So I was here at the event tonight on the panel representing the Irish Congress of Trade Unions, and we take the view that there are really not very many positive points to be taken from Brexit. There is a huge danger to a lot of jobs, particularly in the agri-food sector, where it is predicted that thousands of jobs could be lost around the country. The Congress of Trade Unions has a membership, it's an all-island body, and it has a strong membership in Northern Ireland as well, and we're very concerned about the impact that Brexit will have on the economy in Northern Ireland, on North-South trade relations, and indeed East-West relations, which Northern Ireland economy depends greatly. So from our perspective, we're pressuring both the EU and the government to come up with really viable options so that workers' rights will be maintained, and indeed that workers' jobs can be maximised and maintained at the end of this very difficult era for Ireland's economy.
Well, a very good meeting in Dublin. I'm here representing our communities against Brexit. A packed meeting here in Dublin tonight. Wonderful to see that people, the city of Dublin, are very concerned about Brexit, how it will affect them, how it will affect their country. Great debate. You can definitely see that people have focused on how this is going to play out in the future. Will Ireland have a hard repartition border again? How that will affect the rest of the country. It's plain to see from the contributions from the citizens here that they're concerned that the Irish government has taken a soft approach recently to allow the British government to have trade talks and not properly deal with the Irish border. It's good to see that people are concerned about that, and the other panellists share our view that the border issue needs to be sorted as soon as possible. Ourselves, we're engaged with political parties. We had funny a meeting today with one of the embassies. We want to educate European countries about the critical need for a proper solution for us here to safeguard the thousands of jobs that are at risk, not only in the north but across this island, and really to safeguard our peace, because we never ever want to go back to any signs of trouble along a border on the island of Ireland.